JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. 347 rounds of ammunition found hidden in tree in Cambridge, St. James. The security forces on Thursday seized 347 assorted rounds of ammunition and 11 magazines at a premises in Awful Gully, Cambridge, St. James. The police say 5 people were arrested in relation to the seizure. They say about 7:30 a.m., a joint police-military team was in the area conducting an intelligence-driven operation when the premises was searched. During the search, the ammunition was discovered at the back of the premises, hidden in a tree inside buckets. Investigation continues. Police searching for a gunman in $2 million robbery in St. Elizabeth. The police in St. Elizabeth are searching for a group of gunmen who robbed occupants of a house in Luana Gardens on Thursday afternoon. The men were armed with high-powered rifles, reportedly made off with $2 million. The incident happened about 3 o'clock. It is reported that the men entered the premises and robbed the occupants and then escaped. The Black River Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. Raft operator killed in St. Anne. The Ochiris police in St. Anne are investigating the murder of a raft operator in the parish on Thursday night. He has been identified as 38-year-old Troy Cooper, otherwise called Slaughter, of Prosper Hall Exchange, St. Anne. He was reportedly at a bar having drinks with friends about 8:20 p.m. when a man in full black approached and had a brief conversation with him. An explosion was heard, and Cooper was seen with what looked like a gunshot wound to the head. The police were called and the scene processed. No motive has yet been established for the killing. 2 wounded in shooting near KPH. The Kingston Western Police are trying to establish a motive for the shooting of 2 people in the vicinity of the Kingston Public Hospital on Friday afternoon. The victims, a man and a female vendor, have been admitted. It's reported that shortly after 1 o'clock, the man was standing near a shop operated by the vendor along North Street when armed men walked up and shot him. He sustained multiple bullet wounds. According to a source, the vendor was struck by a stray bullet. Both were taken to hospital for treatment. The gunman escaped in the area. 2 women injured in St. Mary gun attack. 2 women are nursing gunshot wounds after they were pounced upon by armed men while walking home in Castleton, St. Mary on Wednesday. Police reports indicate that the 2 were walking on the main road in Providence in Castleton when a white Nissan 80 wagon motorcar drove up to the pair. 2 men alighted from the vehicle and opened fire at the women before making their escape in the waiting vehicle. The women reportedly managed to make their way to the Castleton police station and were taken to the Onotobi Hospital where they were treated for gunshot wounds. The Port Maria Criminal Investigative Bureau is probing the incident. A motive for the shooting has not yet been established. Tardy government MP not allowed to read PM's message. There was pandemonium at Wednesday night's Emancipation Vigil held at Norman Square in Salvamar following allegations that an angry member of Parliament MP for Westmoreland Western, Morland Wilson, disconnected the sound system in the middle of the program. Video footage showed Wilson seemingly touching the sound system before cops led him away from a boisterous crowd. Wilson, Councillor Donald Foster, Jamaica Labour Party, Cornwall Mountain Division and their supporters were upset that the MP was not allowed to read the Prime Minister's message during the civic event organized by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, in collaboration with the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, WMC. Organizers objected on the basis that Wilson had arrived late while the Governor General's message was being read and the protocol dictates that the GG's message is the last delivered. According to a source who was at the event, Wilson began unplugging the microphone of the performer, who was George Junks at the time, after his request to read the Prime Minister's message was refused by JCDC Parish Manager Coretta Spence and the Master of Ceremony for the event. The MC was Vice Chairman of JCDC's Westmoreland Cultural Committee, Councillor Michael Jackson, People's National Party, White House Division. The source said after the microphone was repeatedly disconnected and annoyed Nooks and his team left the event, things then became even more heated. The crowd started advancing on Wilson, but by this time the police were on site to prevent the situation from getting worse, said the source, who added that Councillor Foster was hurling expletives at the people and accusing them of hitting Wilson. The vigil is among a slate of activities organized by the PNP-controlled WMC as part of Jamaica's emancipation and independence celebrations. It was supposed to end at midnight, but because of the dust-up, it ended about 45 minutes early. Wilson left the scene about 20 minutes after Nooks departed. when most of the crowd had left, explained the source, who said the police thought it safe for the MP to choose that moment to leave. On Thursday, a defendant Wilson said that what got him angry was the way the situation was handled. He admitted that he arrived late, but said he was given the impression that he would be accommodated. I was told that as soon as the Governor General's message is read, I would be allowed to read the Prime Minister's message, the MP explained. He said when he realized the official program was coming to a close without him taking the podium, he sought answers. According to Wilson, Spence and Jackson both attributed the decision to each other. So I brought both parties together, and at that point, they said to me that they don't want the Prime Minister's message to be read because it's a breach of protocol, and the Governor General's message was read prior. I then said to them, but I've been sitting here. I arrived and I waited, and you guys told me that's how it's going to proceed. I know you're telling me something else. I want the Prime Minister's message to be read, said Wilson. At that time, persons who were there stood up with me, and they started to make an uproar because they wanted the Prime Minister's message to be read. People saw it as an injustice. We stand up for our right, for the Prime Minister's message to be read in these public civic forums. And at that point, persons started to unplug the speaker boxes where those an artist performing, he added. In Wilson's view, the JCDC handled the issue poorly. I am very disappointed in how the JCDC acted. I am very disappointed in the politicization of the event. And of course, the narrative that's been carried by the opposition and all the innuendos and suggestions that are being made, because all they wanted to do was to make the civic ceremony a political event. And this is behind optics of people screaming, time come, and get rid of the government and we want change, he added. Time come is the PMP's campaign slogan. Taxi driver killed before getting chance to unite with son. Well-known taxi driver Richard Nemard was yesterday looking forward to reuniting with his son from overseas, who he had not seen in about 3 years, but was robbed of the opportunity after gunmen shot and killed him in his car. The father of 3 had planned to pick up his son from the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston on Emancipation Day. The 56-year-old transport vehicle operator who planned the Whitehall Avenue route was shot multiple times near the intersection of Mannings Hill Road and Cassava Peace in Kingston. An official release from the Constabulary Communications Unit stated that the shooting occurred at about 4:40 a.m. and that Nemard was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Onlookers near the scene said he was shot while driving and lost control of his car and crashed into another vehicle that was parked at Midway Mall Plaza before slamming into the entrance of a fast food premises. At the scene, a fallen stop sign and a boarded up section of the fast food premises were evidence of the deadly attack. The victim's spouse, Sharon Alexander, who was obviously distraught, said she was home when she got the terrible news. Me hear a car blow first, then me say wait. Oh, them car that make so much noise outside. Some no pay it no mind because nobody now call me. Some me go lay down back. Then me see my phone ring and Bunji say, Sharon, you hear what happen? Him say, them just shoot Richie and Mannings Hill Road. And me say, what? And sit down. Then me hear next day come and say, Sharon, them just shoot Richie up on Mannings Hill Road and him dead, she recalled as she sat outside her home. The woman, who lived next door to her partner and father of her son, said she immediately grabbed her granddaughter and ran to the scene, where she saw Nemard slumped over in his car with injuries to his chest. She said it was Nemard's usual practice to start his day by 4 a.m. According to Nemard, he was excited about seeing his son and had spent Wednesday afternoon cleaning his car in anticipation. He was here cleaning and shining down the car. At one point I asked him if he was going to rub off the color, she said. Alexander said Nemard's son had also promised to take him to Dream Weekend and that he had agreed to go. A young man from the community, who gave his name as Kevin, was in tears as he spoke about Nemard, who he described as a father figure. He said the taxi driver's murders rocked the entire community and that all the youths in the area were saddened as Nemard was an elder they respected. He said that often, when he did not have food to eat on a Sunday, it was Nemard who came to his aid and to bring him food. Him is a good man. The man if he stiff out in the bed that we call ambulance, Kevin said, as the tears trickled down his face. Joy Williams, who was also reduced to tears when she heard the sad news about her childhood friend, said she last saw him on Wednesday wiping down his car and had observed a black shadow over him, but did not think too much of it at the time. We only saw him never cancel it, she said. In the meantime, Williams said she is hoping that his killers will be found and brought to justice. People don't talk about them problems anymore. What kind of satisfaction I get from killing? She asked. None of them, however, knew of any reason Nemard would have been targeted. The incident has been investigated by the Constant Spring Police, who yesterday theorized that it might be a reprisal killing for another person who was killed a day before in the Whitehall Avenue community. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.